right, we're back on Periscope Live, and we are streaming live on YouTube via Google Hangouts at this time. Let me get this camera thing all set up so we can get this Ask PDA letter out of the way. And while I get that set up, ladies and germs, let me get this over here. Let me go ahead and play this disclaimer so we can get it out of the way and get right on into business.
You will be offended by something said on our show. Playing devil's advocate is meant to be a forum for open, honest, and more importantly, judgment-free dialogue. The opinions expressed here may not necessarily be those of our host or the show in general, but we're willing to have the uncomfortable conversation so that we can heal and find solutions for our listeners and quite possibly ourselves. Enjoy the rest of the show.
You want answers? I think I'm entitled. You want answers? I want the truth. You can't handle the truth.
All right, today's Ask PDA letter is being brought to you by our producer's drink of the week, Beastly. So if you haven't had an opportunity to check out our producer's drink of the week, go to facebook.com/playingdevilsadvocate and try it out. Let us know. Let our producer, Cousin Chad, know what you think about the drink and send us some pictures, post some video, do whatever it is that you need to do to let us know what you think about the drink of the week. For today's topic, we are doing Damn You're Ugly, Inside and Out, and she came up with Beastly, and it couldn't be more apropos. So it's time for our Ask PDA letter, where we have a listener who writes in to ask our opinion on their situation. If you want to send in a letter and ask us about the Ask PDA letter, get our opinion, you can send us an email at pda.radio@gmail.com. That's pda.radio@gmail.com. Put in the subject Ask PDA, and we will answer your letter on air. All right, so here's the letter. Dear PDA, I was once married, and my ex and I have been divorced for 2 years. During that time, he married someone else. We stayed in contact during his second marriage, and he says he still loves me, so he left her. Since then, we've been back together for 8 months. He's now back with me after living on his own for a few months. I'm frustrated because he won't commit to me again. He says he has forgiven me for what broke up our marriage, but he's lost faith in all women. He told me it's fine with him if I put my rings back on. And he introduces me as his wife when we're out together. But he won't divorce his second wife. He says one marriage to me was enough, and he will never consider remarrying me. I know I may be coming on too strong and pressuring him to be the man he used to be. And I just don't think it's right that he should get all the benefits of having his wife and children back with none of the commitment. What should I do? Signs, living a nightmare. Sporty and Andreas, I'm going to come to you after I've answered this question. I see we might have Rocky Miller in the queue, so we might get his commentary on this one as well. But this one's going to be real short and sweet, living a nightmare. This is a nightmare of your own making. You did this to you. You broke up the group, right? So clearly, if he's forgiving you for what broke up in your marriage, you're the one who broke up the marriage. So you did something, right? And so typically, the person who has offended the other person is always in a hurry for forgiveness to happen or for resolution to happen. They don't give an account for the other person's feelings and what they take back with them, right? So he married somebody else less than 2 years, 2 years after y'all got divorced, and he's still married to her even though he left her for you. Man, always plan B. He wasn't going to leave her anyway. You just happened to be the soft landing spot. And if a man tells you that he will not commit to you again, that being married to you once was enough, then he done already told you what the deal is. So if you're giving him all the benefits of being married to you and him not being married to you, you wearing rings that don't mean anything because y'all divorced, then, here's the thing. I'm going to take everything somebody give me if they giving it to me. So if you're giving him all of that, why would he? He has no incentive to do anything other than what he's doing right now. So don't try to make him out to be the bad guy. You talking about you don't think it's right. Is that his fault? No. You made the decision to let this man come live back with you, and knowing that he hadn't divorced his wife, not having any intentions on divorcing her, and he has even less intention on marrying you. So, to spare your children the heartache of this back and forth between mom and dad and the confusion of mom and dad together, mom and dad not together, you need to make a command decision and walk away from this situation. Normally, I don't tell people to walk away, but clearly you're not evolved enough to handle this kind of situation. If you were, I would say take the L and deal with it. You with the man you want to be with him on whatever level it is that you're going to get, whether it's marriage or y'all just together. Right? You already been married to him, so it ain't like you would have missed something, but you're not evolved enough to handle that. So with that being said, you need to walk away. You ain't ready. So, on that note, I am going to, if Sporty or Andreas has anything different they would like to say, I'm going to open up their mics and give them the opportunity to speak on it. So go ahead, Sporty.
Quite honestly, like our clearly you're not getting the picture and the very clear evidence that you're not going to be who he settles down with in the long haul. So the bottom line is you need to remove yourself from the situation, and no, it's not right for us to tell you to leave him because you're going to do what you're going to do. But for the sake of your children, you need to be honest with yourself, like Kiki said at the beginning of the show, instead of pointing the blame, look in the mirror and really take a look at how you're accountable for this situation and then go from there. That's what I would say.
To answer,
what do you say, Andreas?
No. Wait. Hang on a second, Andreas. I want to answer somebody on Periscope. They asked if they're not married. No, they're not married anymore. They got a divorce, and he's now currently married to someone else. So that's where we are in this situation. So go ahead, Andreas. I'm sorry.
One great thing about the PDA letter is that you get three different perspectives to one subject. I think that my man realized that he can't walk forward and look back at the same time to fall. I think that he doesn't want to. He wants to have all the benefits of having her in his life, but he doesn't want to have to deal with garbage when he decides to fail again for whatever she did the first time. Maybe she still doing it again. I totally agree with you, Kiki. I agree with you too, Sporty. And I have no words. I just really don't know how to.
Okay, and that's fair. That's fair. That's fair. You hear me? That's fair. I think it's absolutely. Yeah, I think it's absolutely fair. And the reality of the situation is she's never going to get what it is that she wants from him. Clearly, she's hurt him bad enough where he said one marriage is enough. Being married to you one time is enough. That's what he said. The writing is on the wall. Walk it off or take the L and deal with it. But don't expect something from him that you're never going to get from him. It's not going to happen. If it does, score. But I wouldn't hope on it. You need to move on with your life. Because clearly you never moved on from the relationship the first time. Now, with that being said, for those of you guys, I'm going to bid adieu to you on Periscope. Just thank you so much for the hearts. We are talking about Damn You Ugly tonight on Playing Devil's Advocate. So if you want to hear the rest of the show before we get out of here, you can go to facebook.com/Playing Devil's Advocate. Click the link and you can listen to the show, or click the show link and watch us on YouTube streaming live, and you can see everything that's happening. You can see all three of our faces that you've seen up to this point. Or you can give us a call at 347-237-5271 and tell us what you find unattractive about some people. I'm about to go to the phone lines, I think. We'll see in just a moment. Until next time, guys, on Periscope. See you later.